Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for Faction Wars Hard Mode. We are continuing the push. Today, I'm not going to lie, I didn't look at what we have open at all. I usually come in here and take a look at the factions that we have that are going to be open. I take a look at my roster for those particular requirements to see what's going on. This is the first time I'm learning that Skinwalkers and Dark Elves are the factions that we have today. And for the first time, like maybe ever in the last few months, I'm actually going to be making the thumbnail after the video. So we're changing things up drastically, but we have Dark Elves stages 4 to 6 and we have Skinwalkers stages 4 to 6 as well. Now we do have some epic materials coming up soon, which is going to be nice as well. We're pushing through so far. You can't really see it, but I'm at 268 stars currently out of the total of 945 that we need. So I'd be very interested to hear from everyone down below where you guys are sitting at right now with Faction Wars Hard Mode, right? I know people are kind of progressing through this differently. I see comments all the time from folks talking about how, you know, they wish they had better champions to get through this, or they're a little bit grumpy that I'm using certain champions to get through it. As I mentioned in my last video, I'm just getting through this content. I'll worry about placing the accessible guides later, right? We'll get there in time, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we have to place sleep debuffs with the Dark Elves. This is a bit of an interesting one. First of all, where is the sleep debuff? Am I just crazy? Where is it? It is right. That's fear. Oh my god! It's like right in front of me, isn't it? Let's see. We got poisons, bombs, decreased defense, decreased speed. There it is. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. No sleep champions. All right. Thank you, Plarium. Thank you very much for this. I know you said that you went through and you made sure that we would have these champions, so that's fantastic that we have no champions that can play sleep. Awesome. All right. How do we want to do this? Well, let's go ahead and take a look. Do I even have any dazed gear? I'm pretty sure that at one point I just went through here and sold all my dazed gear because I wasn't using it on anyone. And now I actually need it, apparently. So let's see. Days gear, 4-piece set. I don't have a days set. 25% chance to place asleep. I don't have 4 pieces. I have 3 pieces. I literally can't do this challenge. I literally just... I can't. Place 10 plus sleeps. I have so many of the Dark Elves. And none of them can place asleep. Who the fuck are they wanting us to use from Dark Elves that places asleep? Like, I have a good amount of the legendaries. I have... like, most of the epics. But, like, who? Who possibly? Let's take a look. Knocked. What, do you bring a sleep? You do. You have an AoE sleep. Fantastic. You have Knocked, you're good to go. No sleep here. Xavia doesn't bring a sleep, right? No, she just brings poisons. No sleep here. Vizier doesn't bring it. I have him. Zyklek, do you bring him? No. Altan? Altan does not. Blind Seer. Surely you must have it. Nope. Tremaria. Nope. Supreme Kale. Please. Please. Who the fuck has a sleep in this faction? Nothing here. Caden doesn't have it, I don't think. Nope. What the actual fuck? We have obviously an AoN from Gwendolyn, so when we get a days set, excuse me, we can easily run Gwendolyn inside this faction to do it. What is this? What is this? There's literally nobody that's placing asleep. Literally nobody. Literally nobody. What the fuck is this? Like, there's no way, right? They're just giving us... I'm going through some of the epics I have because, like, I don't necessarily have all of them, but... like, hello? I'm pretty sure some of the actual promotional material was like, hey, we've gone through this and we've made sure that you guys have options for this. Who the fuck are our options? Sorry for my swearing, you know, if you have If you have young ones watching this, well, don't, because I swear a decent amount. Like, I don't understand it. We don't even have sleeps on the uncommons. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're wanting to 3-star this stage, you need to have Knock the Paralyzer, or you just don't do it. It's as simple as that. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Amazing. Amazing. Well, we're going to be missing the requirement for this, I guess. That being said, it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and go through this. Screw you, Plarium. I am definitely not getting into the content creator program because of my opinions on certain things, but this is truly one of those moments where Plarium deserves a hearty fuck you. They refused to buff the days set for, you know, however long. And then just put content in without any warning where it's mandatory. Like, what is this, bro? This is just nuts. Like, literally, like, let's put it this way. This is mandatory. You cannot get through this stage with 3 stars without a days set unless you have Knock the Paralyzer. Is that, like, just extremely upsetting to anyone else? I'm sure I wouldn't be so upsetty spaghetti about it if I had looked at, like, the factions earlier and knew what was coming, but I didn't, which I'm now actually kind of glad about, because this is, like, this is the reaction that the average player is going to have. I'm going to have to watch, like, some of the other CCs on this as well and see if they're actually brave enough to call Plarium out on it, but again, I'm pretty sure in the promotional stuff they told us, like, hey, you're going to have champions to get through all this, and then, like, we clearly don't. Like, at all. You gave us a challenge where we have to place 10 debuffs that one champion in the entire faction brings. Like, what is the point of that? Right? Like, what the fuck? That is just absolutely terrible game design in every single way possible. You know what, though? The only, like, I am surprised at this point that we don't also have a 10x running alongside this, where it's a 10x on Knock the Paralyzer. That would have just been like the cherry on top, the classic Plarium move. Defeat 6+ enemies while they're under hexes. That should be simple enough. Excuse me, let's go ahead and run this. We'll get 3 stars on the other stages, I'm sure, at least. Hopefully, anyways. I'm sure the next stage we'll have to place more sleeps anyways. Yeah. Whatever. I'm actually kind of tilted about this. I'm not even going to lie, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a little bit tilted. I'm a little bit heated. Might lose my cool. You know, might fuck around and get angry. I don't know. It's pretty crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and just A1 here. It's already 3 enemies defeated. We just need to make sure to cycle our turns so that we get back to Mithrala's A2. But I mean, we have a couple of waves to do it, so we should be perfectly fine. The kind of like upside, or like the silver lining to this, is that at least we have a lot of good champions to try and place those hexes, or not the hexes, sorry, the sleeps, right? Like, we have Sylar, who's an AoE A1. We have Gwendolyn, who, like, everybody's guaranteed to get. So there's good options for, you know, the days set champions, but I didn't keep no days set. I don't know about anybody else, but yeah. We've managed to keep that Man-Eater from getting a turn, which is absolutely fantastic, by the way, because he's not going to place his bullshit, so that's pretty cool. We do have to be careful here as well. Some people are starting to get whacked down a little bit, and we don't have a res, so just got to make sure that that doesn't really happen. Let's go ahead and get the decreased defense, AoE. Let's go ahead and hit the AoE here. And that is our set challenges completed. Go ahead and get the A1 on Loriaka. Go ahead and shield up with the Mithrala. Get a provoke out there with the physics. AoE burn. Go ahead and do this. Go ahead and do this. We're just getting through this wave, you know, nothing too crazy here. What, I'm trying to remember. I think Days set comes from Ice Golem, if I'm not mistaken, so I may actually have to start farming Ice Golem now to try and, like, make sure that I have the option. I think, and this is probably going to be controversial, but I think we need more gear sets in the game. And I know, hear me out. We have like 35 different 9-piece sets at this point, and like 386 million gear sets, and nobody actually uses, like, days up until this point, right? But I think we need a gear set that allows us to place bombs. And we need a gear set that allows us to place burns, right? Because some of these factions, like for example the dwarves and placing burns, if you don't have Trunda, you are basically screwed. And if you don't have Geomancer, you're literally screwed, right? Like, those are the options. And it's also kind of similar with Demon Spawn for bomb champions. If you don't have Soul Drinker, fuck you. You know, you're not 3-starring the faction. It's wild. Like, it's actually insane to think about how some of these some of this content is just so gated behind specific champions, right? Like, maybe that's just me, I don't know, but that's pretty crazy in my opinion. We have to manipulate turn meter here. I think we should be okay with this team as is. We'll see though, because we don't really have too many manipulators. We really just have Vizix with her A1. Granted, she can do it, like, you know, pretty well. We have a manipulation there, yeah. We don't have enough manipulation to get through this. So, we're going to have to take out Luria. Let's go by other effects. Let's go by positive. Let's do fill turn meter. Who do we have? We have you. I forget. Can you do it for all allies, though? Or are you just... fills this champion's turn meter by 10%. Not a terrible option. Kale does have it on his A2. Lanicus has it as well. Yeah, fills the turn meter of all allies by 30%. That's not bad. I don't think she has any gear, though. Let's go here. Let's go to negative effects. Decrease turn meter. We have Sylar, who's capable of doing it. On the skill that isn't booked out. We also have Queen Ava, who does it. Decreases the turn meter by 20%. She is booked out. I think we might try Queen Ava in here. We'll just do, you know, like some random BS build. Hide set filters, priority stats, attack, crit rate, speed, crit damage. Boom. Do a fitting room here. Boom. 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 And boom. That's actually a pretty crazy build already, I'm not even gonna lie. That's wild. She might have too much damage, to be honest. Yeah, she probably has way too much damage with 6k attack, so we'll take off the chest piece. 5k attack, 169 speed. We'll go ahead and try that. We'll bring her in instead of the Aphidus. And then let's also go ahead and bring in a Cold Heart. I think my Cold Heart's built. Ish. Let's see. Cold Heart. Oh, yeah, she's built. So we'll bring in this Cold Heart because she can do the turn meter drop. I think I have her built out in Evil Eye as well, so she can build or drop the turn meter on the A1. We'll see. Significantly more manipulation here, though, which is perfect. We're going to get the AoE Hex. Let's go ahead and get a Provoke on everybody. Let's go ahead and try to just Heartseeker here. And then let's also go ahead and do this. So we have 4 manipulations. This is going to be harder than it looks as well, because we have to bring in a way that people can do this without just absolutely, like, decimating everyone, right? So let's try Sylar as well. She's definitely not going to have any gear, though. Okay, so I need to... Okay, cool. We're literally out of champion spots in the index here. Let's go ahead and take care of this real quick. As you can see, this is a fantastic day of Faction Wars Hard. Let's just go ahead and hide some of these champions here. Go back to Faction Wars. Go back to Dark Elves. This is a lot to get through for the first 6 stages of Dark Elves. I ain't even gonna lie, man. This is pretty crazy. Sylar, you're gonna go ahead and you are going to be built out in Literally whatever I can build you out in. Same thing as everybody else. So we're going to go ahead and hide set filters, priority stats with speed, accuracy, HP, fitting room. Take that helmet. Sure, why not? That chest piece. Sure, why not? Boom. I'm literally not even worried about like set bonuses at this point too, in case you guys couldn't tell. Literally just putting on like whatever I can fit onto these champions. There we go, 183. She's not even 6-starred, so this should be good enough, hopefully. And we don't really have too much damage in here, so we can definitely cycle through this pretty slowly. The downside to Dark Elves is everybody absolutely claps. So, you know. Like, even Lydia, look how much damage, like, Lydia and Mithrala alone have done. Look how much damage is in there now with, like, the fucking Vizix going in there. We get some decreased turn meter, though, which is perfect. We're going to get some more decrease here as well. We have 8 manipulations so far. Let's go ahead and get the lockout here. My Vizix is built for damage, though, so that's certainly going to help a little bit as well. She doesn't have enough resist to get through this, so oddly enough. Let's go ahead and steal some turn meter here. 16 manipulations. Decreased turn meter there. We do get resisted, though, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and hit a... Let's go ahead and hit a Heart Seeker right here. Did that count? Yes, it did. Perfect. No Evil Eye there, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and do this. We managed to take out the Filja, I think that champion is. Pretty crazy stuff. Let's go ahead and get some decreased turn meter here. Let's go ahead and get the AoE Hex again. We're definitely going to be good on manipulations this time, so that's good. We'll go ahead and do that too, just to make sure that she doesn't get a turn. Go ahead and steal turn meter here. That is the nice thing, like the really nice thing about Vizix is she doesn't just like decrease turn meter, she also actively steals the turn meter. So, you know, if you're worried about a certain champion getting a turn or something like that, you don't really have to worry so much about that because Vizix can target them. Very useful, obviously, when you're going against waves to have like Astralon in them, because he's going to boost his turn meter, but Vizix can kind of help to offset that as well. Can't believe she didn't die from that. That's crazy. So we have the 40 manipulations done. We can just focus on clapping them now, which is perfect. Oh, come on, man. Vizix with the AoEs is going to go pretty hard here, I think. Get the decreased defense out there. Get the Hex out there. Increase attack on our side. Increase defense. Vizix is going to go out there and slam. We have Cold Heart, who's going to go ahead and do this. Kind of decent damage across the board as well, actually, because Cold Heart obviously is spreading her damage with the Hex that she does, so she can put up numbers. She can put up numbers. Let's go ahead and A1 here. Everybody pretty much is still under Provoke. We'll go ahead and hit the A2, get a decreased accuracy, which is huge. A2 with Vizix. Not big damage coming in from the Vizix, though, unfortunately, but it is what it is, I suppose. Now, the Kimmy is going to get a turn here, unfortunately, but that is what it is as well. So, we still have the decreased defense up there on everybody, which is perfect. I'm going to go ahead and do this again, though, I think. We're going to go ahead and steal and kill here. Hopefully, we don't quite kill her, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and A1. We do kill the Lady Kimmy now, which is perfect. We're going to A1 here. A1. 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 We're going to go ahead and block actives here. Just because he's pretty tanky and he can place the taunt and all that sort of annoying shit. So we'll go ahead and do this as well. I can't believe how long that Oella was holding out there. So much damage being dealt to them while they're under Hex. Oh, goodness gracious. Filja almost made us restart our run there. That's pretty crazy. I think that's her name, is Filja, something like that. Little dwarf epic champion. Very, very good champion, actually. Nobody really talks about her, though. Alright, here we go. Decreased defense. We get debuff across the board, so we're going to have to go... Oh my god, and the Vizix gets frozen again. Are you kidding me? Now we have no CC. Oh god. Cold Heart, no. I have to try push back there. Does not happen. Fantastic. Decrease everybody's turn meter, please. I think we're cooked, though. We have no way to remove buffs. Cold Heart goes down. Yeah, we're cooked. We're cooked. Alright, let's try this again. What we're going to do, we're going to take out Cold Heart, we're going to bring in Aphidus. Because Aphidus can go to his alternate form and place stuns and all that sort of good stuff, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Just to CC them and make sure we can get the turn meter control done. Let's go ahead and get the AoE Hex. And then we're going to go ahead and turn meter reduce here. And then we'll metamorph with Aphidus, obviously, so we can place his provoke or whatever it is he does. He has a provoke here and then a stun, so we're going to go ahead and provoke everybody. The Kimmy resists it somehow or another. Decrease everybody's turn meter. We're at 10 manipulations now. We'll get the block actives on Kimmy because everybody else is under provoke. Go ahead and do this. We'll keep going in for the Kimmy here. So we're at 17 manipulations already. This way too, once we've gotten through these waves, we can just go ahead and metamorph with the Aphidus back into the A1, remove some of the RNG. I've talked about this in plenty of my content before, but if you find yourself struggling to beat content because of RNG like that, generally the counter to RNG inside this game, or really any gacha game, is going to be more damage. And the reason for that is, let's say, for example, with the whole resist and accuracy thing, right? Anytime you're trying to place a debuff, there's a 3% chance for the enemy to resist it regardless of their accuracy or their resistance or your accuracy. However, so like let's put this into a scenario. Let's say we're going through these waves. Let's say I need a stun to land, and let's say the stun doesn't land and I get clapped because the stun didn't land, right? Well, the way to resolve that essentially would have been to do more damage, right? Because the more damage you do, the less time a fight takes, and the less time a fight takes, the less chance there is for RNG to proc over time. So just something to consider there. The kind of counter argument to that, of course, is that with better support also comes the ability to not worry so much about the damage, right? So, for example, having better provoke champions on your team, like I have here, ensures that somebody like a Sylar is going to survive. However, I still like the damage approach. Yeah, I won't lie. Let's go ahead and just A1 into the Oella. Go ahead and decrease our turn meter as well. A1. 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 And then we can just start A1ing into this champion as well. Make sure everybody has their cooldowns available for round 2. Make sure we're not going to get cucked there. Super disappointing I'm literally just not able to do the full 3 stars for it today. Like, that's actually pretty insane. But it is what it is, I suppose. Now we should be able to just go ahead and blast everybody here, I think. So we'll save Vizix for next turn. And then, yeah, we'll just go ahead and blast everybody down. We almost take them all out. That's crazy. Decrease turn meter. Take a big chunk of their turn meter off. Let's go ahead and do this on Duden. Let's go ahead and do this. Lady Kimmy needs to get clapped here. So we'll go ahead and do this. There we go. And now we just A1 into the Duden. You guys already know the strat. A1 Psycho. Make sure our cooldowns are available next fight. I've noticed my player power has been going up as well since starting to do Faction Wars hard mode. Mainly because I'm now actually equipping a bunch of champions with gear who I wouldn't normally have equipped. I forgot about the goddamn freezes that happen here, so we're just going to A1 with Mithrala because Vizix is not CC'd, and we need to make sure that she gets her provoke out. Now we can go ahead and do an AoE here. Absolutely clap down pretty much everyone. We need to make sure we get more CC out here as well, so we'll go ahead and do this. We get a freeze on the Lydia, which is annoying as fuck. Okay, let's go ahead and also do this, I guess. Decrease accuracy. We don't want to buff up here. Nobody's low yet. Let's go ahead and get the block actives there with the... Oh, god damn, that was close. Oh my goodness, okay. Boom. We need to buff up here regardless, even if we get frozen. She wouldn't have survived another hit, so it doesn't really matter if she doesn't survive, right? Because we have to run this again. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do this. Ally protections out there are going to help everybody survive. Go ahead and do this. We land both poisons on him, which is perfect. Go ahead and do this. There we go. And then we'll provoke. And then we'll just A1 cycle. And Mrs. Lydia gets the final kill. There we go. Got the 3 stars on that at least, which is pretty cool, and we're on to the boss next time Dark Elves comes around. Now, stage 4 of Skinwalkers. Place 10 plus provokes. Well, well, well. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some decent options here for provoke. So debuffs, if you're needing to place provokes, you have War Chief, who on his A2 has a provoke. Also has a 50% chance placing a provoke on everybody else. We have Frenzy the Cackler, who has an AoE 100% chance placing a provoke as a Void champion, which is pretty crazy. And then possibly most notably, we have Gnarlhorn, who has an AoE provoke for 1 turn, just guaranteed to place, and an unkillable on himself. So he's pretty goated with the sauce if you're needing to get through this. I don't think we have Ragash built. Let me take a check here. Let me take a quick little peek. Let me take a look. We do have him built, actually, apparently. All right. That's perfect. And then we have 2 revivers as well as Marius. Marius is just going to kind of allow us to giggle all the way to the end here. So we'll go ahead and do this. We'll now go ahead and get the provoke. And then we'll just kind of buff up and let everybody do their thing. Go ahead and do this. Obviously, if you don't have Gnarlhorn, you can easily use Ugo inside a provoke set as well. So just something to consider there. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and A1 here. Why not? I think Hoforhes has a chance to stun on his A1 as well. I'll try to remember the next time he comes around. But yeah, our Ragash just isn't really doing any damage. He's not built for damage though, so it is what it is. And then obviously having the Enfeeble from the Marius is pretty cracked out as well. So yeah, he has a chance to place a stun. So if you're ever needing to stun people, Hoforhes is actually a very solid way to do it as well. So we'll go ahead and just nuke some people down here. Go ahead and hit him with the A2 from Marius. Get through this wave, no problem. Now, let's go ahead and do this to stun somebody. Get an A1. Let's go ahead and place the provoke out there. And, of course, we get resisted from the Ursala. Because if we didn't get resisted, we would have been complete on this challenge. So Clarium had to step in. And they had to say, hey, not happening. Let's make sure that he gets resisted. So, let's go ahead and just A1. Let's go ahead and A1. Let's go ahead and take a hit. Let's go ahead and A1. And we're going to A1. I probably should have A3'd there so we could try and cycle again, but I think Marius was coming up next anyways. We're going to get a stun here. We do get a stun on the champion we wanted to stun on, so that's perfect. Gnarlhorn does not have his provoke ability back yet, so we need to try and cycle turns around as much as possible here. AoE with Marius is annoying. Here we go, though. We land the provoke. That is the 10th provoke placed. We're very lucky that Marius didn't, like, just absolutely tap her there, and then we missed the 3-star, so that's good. Maybe a little bit too much damage on that, but reduce 6+ enemies' HP with 1 skill. Obviously, if you have Sun Wukong, he's going to be an absolute legend for this challenge, right, with his A2. Marius should be able to do it perfectly fine for us, though. Any sort of a strong DPS unit is going to work fine for this, so it's nothing too special. Let's just go ahead and buff up with the Marius, and then let's go ahead and do some clapping here. And that should be 5 of them already. We got the provoke coming in. We'll get the buffs. We'll go ahead and get some more nukes. And yeah, now we can pretty much just kind of chill because it's just Eric's that we're going against. Did that actually count? Yes, it did. So we have all 6 of them done now. Now we just need to get through to the next wave. Annoying ass Eric's is annoying to deal with, though. But Marius helps us take care of her pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and buff up here again. Let's go ahead and blast. I know there's probably somebody out there who's like giggling and their toes are wiggling and curling right now because their Marius is doing like 3 times the amount of damage as mine. And you know what? That's awesome. I'm happy that your Marius is doing more damage. Let's go ahead and just whack here. We do have the provoke back with the Gnarlhorn as well, which is pretty amazing. And we should have like Marius' skills all back too. So what's really nice here as well, the increased defense that gets placed by the Seeker, we just go ahead and take that all off. We don't have to worry about it at all. Let's go ahead and do this. And now it's just Seeker left. So obviously pretty easy stage here to clear. Skinwalkers are actually kind of cracked out for champions these days. I remember there was a time back in my day, ladies and gentlemen, where Skinwalkers were actually, believe it or not, kind of terrible when it came to champions they had. But as you can see, they've obviously had some crazy changes. Coronar has decreased turn meter on the A1. And that is important because for the next challenge, we have to decrease turn meter or manipulate turn meter. So let's see who has fill turn meter. Fane has it, which is okay. Decrease turn meter. We're really just looking at probably Coronar for this, I think. Yeah, he has it on his A2, but he's not going to be consistent enough. So Coronar, you're going to be coming in, big fella. And you are naked, and you're not even ascended fully. So this is going to be pretty cool. Priority stats, speed, HP, and of course, you guys know it, accuracy. Let's go ahead and try on. Try on. Got a decent amount of speed rolls on here, which is good. Now we'll go ahead and go for the boots. We need some nice little speed boots here if we can get them. There we go, perfect. Get this guy up to around 200 speed. Let's see if we can throw a Feral Ring on him as well, just so we get the extra 40 accuracy. There we go. We're going to take out Ragash. Ragash is kind of not doing much for us anyways, and then we're just going to throw in Coronar here. See if he can't do some turn meter manipulating for us. Do this. Now Coronar has a 50% chance of decreasing each. Yeah, so Manaya is obviously going to be a lot. Oh my god. Oh my god. He landed it once, ladies and gentlemen. Thank God we have Ugo built out inside Evil Eye as well. I don't think we have Marius built inside Evil Eye, unfortunately, but Coronar is not helping us out with this one here, Chief. 50% chance and he lands it on one person. That's crazy. There we go. We started to land it on more people. 9 enemies this time. Or 9 people have been manipulated so far. Obviously having Gnarlhorn combined with the Marius is very strong because Gnarlhorn places the provokes, but the downside is he's oftentimes pretty squishy, right? So having Marius placing that Enfeeble on the A1 is such a good combination. And then, yeah, we have 16 manipulations so far. I think we should be able to do this. I think we're clapping here. Let's go ahead and get the provoke out there as well. Now, unfortunately, we don't have Unkillable on our Gnarlhorn, so there's a non-zero chance that he dies. We can place the Unkillable now, though. There we go. Kimmy doesn't kill him. Let's go ahead and try to clap here with a stun. We don't clap with a stun. A1. Honestly, if we could get a revive, that would be perfect. Just A1 here. We'll keep A1ing. There we go. We have 18 manipulations now already. 50% chance, by the way, doesn't land either time. Love to see it. We get stuns and enfeebles, so nothing too crazy here. Just need to turn meter cycle now. Or turn cycle, I should say, rather. Let's go ahead and turn meter manipulate. There we do. We do land it on someone, which is good. Get that increased speed. We have 19 manipulations so far. And I think Marius will finish off this wave. Yes, he will. Let's go ahead and get that A1. With the Marius, let's go ahead and get that provoke. This doesn't fill turn meter. No, I'll just place an increased attack. Let's go ahead and get the Coronar A1. 23 manipulations. We're going to hit him with Ugo's A1 as well here, if we can, momentarily. Because that'll give us another few manipulations across the board. 26 now. I'm going to try to stun the Kimmy. We do land it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Coronar, I need you to land a couple of decreased turn meters. We are at 28. We're going to get the stun here with the Marius. Doesn't really land on the champion that I would have wanted it to land on, but that's whatever. We get a counterattack there. Let's go ahead and strip the buffs, place block buffs. Perfect. Let's try to stun the Kimmy again. No, unfortunately. So she does boost the turn meter, but they don't get the buffs. We have 30 manipulations down. Let's go ahead and get the A1 with the Coronar here. There we go. We have 33. A1 with the Marius. We get a revive, which is honestly kind of perfect. We get a counterattack, which is even better. 37. We should have got a decrease there, but we didn't. Let's go ahead and try to stun the Kimmy here, as always. No stun. We're going to get a provoke. We don't have Unkillable left, though, so he does get clapped, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and A1 here with the Marius. It is now just the Duden left. So our other guy gets clapped, which is fine though, because we have the revive with Ugo. Or Uko. I always mix up the two, goddammit, but it is what it is. Alright, so now we can't really buff up here because of Tormund, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and do this because he's pretty squish. We're going to go ahead and do this onto the Ruella, hope for a stun, which we do get, so that's perfect. Decrease the turn meter here, hopefully. And now we can just focus on clapping them all because we have decreased the turn meter to an acceptable standard. However, we are kind of getting shit kicked here. So that's unfortunate. But we should be able to get the revive and then get frozen. So that's pretty sick. And Uko goes ahead and dies, ladies and gentlemen. This is awesome. This is awesome right here. This is awesomeness. This is awesome sauce. Now, we're really just hoping that Hoforhes can cycle around to his turn. We do lose Gnarlhorn as well. Awesome. Let's go ahead and just clap with the Marius. I swear to God, if that had killed everyone, that would have been so disappointing. We're going to go ahead and try to go for the Elva here. We don't get her, unfortunately. Hoforhes can probably cycle through his turns, but then there's going to be a bit of an RNG aspect as well, because I think he only revives 2. Yes, he revives 2 random allies, so if he doesn't bring back the Uko, we're kind of screwed anyways. We do have a bit of a safety net because the Tormund can't get one shot, right? Like, the fucking Hoforhes dies. God damn it, ladies and gentlemen. God damn it. Let's try this again here. Let's go in with the A1. Go in with the Provoke. Go in with the A2. Go in with the A1. Give me more. A 50% chance that landed twice, it looked like. That's crazy. That's crazy. We get the decreased turn meter there on everyone, though. And hit the unkillable on Gnarlhorn. Gonna get the A1 on Marius. We're gonna go here. Try for a stun. We don't get it. A1 here. We get it on one person. So we're at 10 manipulations so far. They counterattack, which is perfect. Coronar counterattacks. We get 3 more decreases. A1 from Marius. They revive. That's annoying. We're gonna go ahead and strip. Block buffs. Screw y'all. We get the Brimstone out there as well, which is pretty clutch. A1 from Coronar. Coronar, obviously, with a evil eye would be way better for this, right? Like, it doesn't take a world-class detective to figure that out, but it is what it is. Wish they were attacking my Coronar more so he'd get more counterattacks. My neck has been incredibly stiff the last few days. I don't know if anyone can relate or not, but oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. A revive here would actually go pretty hard. Let's see if she can do it. I hope for a revive so that we can just keep whacking them with Coronar. Decrease turn meter across the board. There we go, Coronar. There is the 50% coming in that I wanted you to do. Ladies and gentlemen, he did something. Let's go. Get the AoE there. We're going to get the Provoke. We're going to fill up here. Decrease turn meter. There we go. We got like 3 more of them. Uko can come in now with his A1 after we get clapped there on the Gnarlhorn. Perfect. Let's go ahead and A1 before we revive. We have 32 manipulations now. Perfect. No stun there. 35 manipulations. AoE from the Marius. Let's go ahead and A1. Take out most of them anyways. Uko's going to revive. We're going to go for the stun here. Don't get it. Let's go for the A1. We do decrease it. We're at 36. And now it's just this champion left. A revive here would still be kind of nice. Just for the heck of it. We will have Gnarlhorn skills back, which is perfect, and we're at 38 manipulations so far. So I think we should be good. We should be cooking here. As soon as she dies, eventually. There's the decreased turn meter, which did count, so we're good. Now, we're going to go ahead, and we're just going to AoE here. Almost take them out. We're going to get a Provoke. Elva resists the provoke. She does get stunned, though, by the Hoforhes. Let's see. Place a decreased attack. Let's just try for that turn meter reduction. Our Gnarlhorn does not have unkillable at this point, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go ahead and get frozen with the Marius. That's what we want to see. Let's go. Being a bit sarcastic, by the way, if you couldn't tell. I didn't want to get frozen with the Marius, goddammit. And we have the Ruella coming in and just absolutely clapping us there, which is even better. Coronar gets clapped as well. We have block debuffs on Uko, though, which is nice. We're going to go ahead and strip all their bullshit. Uko, don't die on me, man. Don't die on me, man. Don't do it. Oh, don't do it. Oh, don't do it. Don't die on me, man. Tormund, you need to get stunned, please. No, Uko. No. Hoforhes should have his revive available, I think. I don't think I used it. He doesn't. God damn it, I did use it. No. No. How could this happen? No. Alright, Elva should be reviving here. Ruella, fuck you, whatever. Let's try to get a stun on the Tormund. There we go. Elva, yeah, you can revive. Perfect. Oh, okay, we have to be careful here. The Tormund died. There we go. Come on, revive Uko. There it is, baby. Okay. We're kind of cooking here. We're going to get the unkillable. We still have to just A1 because we can't kill that Tormund. We're going to revive, though, and now we have a block damage on the Coronar, and then we have a stun there. A1 there, so we have a block damage on the Coronar still, but he... Oh, okay. This is like butt-puckering stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Butt-puckering stuff, indeed. My goodness, okay. Tormund, I swear to God, don't clap anybody. We're going to do this. So there it is. Marius takes him down. Perfect. There's the 3 stars. That was butt-puckering all the way up until the end. Let's go ahead and see if we have any other goodies to collect here. We don't, unfortunately. Uko would have benefited from, like, this much gear, by the way. So, you know, if you're having trouble beating Faction Wars hard mode, perhaps your gear is just not where it should be, because I was able to beat it without a helmet, a chest plate, and boots, right? So he would have stayed alive and had a lot better time if he had all that gear on him. But that being said, channel memberships are live as always. Discord is linked down in the description there as well if you guys want to hop in. And then make sure to go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button as well if you've been liking the content. The support on the channel has been absolutely amazing. So thank you guys all so much for that. We're getting very close to 2,500 subscribers. So that would be absolutely awesome. Thank you guys all so much for watching. We'll see you next time.